Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Connie. I'm from the Daily Life of Creativity. And today I am sharing quick process video. These are stress-free crafting tips. If you want to create a mini album, but you are a beginner and don't want to go to the stress of creating a chipboard mini album, everything from scratch, like how I usually do it. Okay, so for a cherry on top this this month, it is all about summer fun in the sun, summer fun, I think it is. And I was focusing on creating a mini album, of course, but I also wanted to use this beautiful folio that it is by Photoplay. It comes with the steps instructions. It has, I think, over 27 steps. It tells you on how to put it together, everything that you need to do to accomplish this. So I am going to be using the Summer Break collection by ACOT. So pretty, so pretty. It has also the sticker sheet. I also have the coordinating card stacks, so I don't have to go and look and dig for different collections to match. That is another tip for you. If you stick with the same collection and the coordinating card stack and the embellishments, the album would just flow. But if you decide to use multiple collections, ensure that the papers are matching and everything is good. Okay, so for this mini album, the kit interactive album comes with flaps, flips, fold, packets, waterfalls, everything ready for you to start creating. This paper right here is the base of the album. I was doing this step by step, but then I realized that this is someone else's work and I couldn't share the measurements. But if you would love to recreate this, I would highly recommend for you to go and check out a Cherry on Top to get this, or they have other styles too of folios for you to try out. So here I am just going through the 12 by 12 papers, just looking to see what papers I would like to match my album, my base with. And since I am going through the assembly instructions, but I also want to mat my white papers before I install or adhere any of the flips and pages and pockets. Just creating layers so it looks really nice, and it's easier sometimes to mat the papers before you start adhering everything that the album comes with. Okay. And the same thing for this, I don't have any measurements. I would be sharing somebody else's work. This is by Photoplay. It's a white folio. It's a 6x8 interactive mini album. And I am just cutting papers from the collection Summer Break from ACOT. I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch all around the pieces that I'm cutting for. Okay, so I have decided that this is the way I want it to look, and it is just gorgeous. I love the way it looks so far. Okay, so yes, for this month of August, for Cherry on Top, the YouTube hub is Fun in the Sun. So I said fun in the sun. A good fun in the sun is all about summer breaks, summer collections, outdoors activities, and I feel like this collection works perfectly for that. So I am just gonna be going through the pieces that are coming in the kit, ensuring that I'm following the instructions. I'm just matting everything. This is where, if you want to, you can also tip number 3, ink the edges of the paper. Take those inks out with your sponges or whatever you have, brushes, and add little extra details to your pages, or rip the pages with your little distress tool, just to make it unique to you. Okay, I know that is the same album we will all get, but at the end of the day, and when you have completed your project, it will look completely different for everyone. I'm just adding double-sided tape. I'm cutting the angles with my scissors and ensuring that I prep through everything. Okay. I would love to know if you have ever created a mini album and if you have done a folio before. And if you have not, would you be interested in creating one of this? And the good thing about getting this mini album, this folio, is that it teaches you how to complete an album from beginning to end without any chipboard. And also, it's a guide for future reference. You can keep that and recreate the same album over and over and over again with the same measurements and steps. And it's something that you can keep in your instructions, for future project making. Also, you can resize the album. You can do it a little smaller and use the same pockets and steps and flip pages just on a smaller version of it, which I will keep this forever because I love the way this turned out. It looks amazing. I love that it has pockets, it has waterfall pages, and it's just filled with so much spaces to add little things that you collect during, when you go on vacation, or sometimes it's just adding extra photos that you don't want to display right away, or you have let's say it's your birthday, you're documenting for your birthday, and you received a bunch of birthday cards, and the pocket in the back is large enough for you to hold all those cards, little special photos, or just little memorabilia that you have collected from that event. Okay, and then what else? Let me see here. Yeah, so I love making mini albums. I treat them as every page is like a mini layout or a mini card. I feel like you just explore by adding embellishments either to the corners and leaving the photo mats empty if I'm not adding the photos. If you are creating this as a gift for someone, create little clusters to the tabs of the photos, like at the right or the left, and then you can recreate everything without worrying about adding those embellishments in the middle. Okay. Foam adhesive, another tip, is a great idea for giving your project some dimension so you can tuck your photos in after if you don't have them directly at that time. Okay. And then if you don't like foam adhesive, you like to keep things flat to the page, inking adds depth to the paper. Also, pop of, by layering multiple papers under one another, those also create a lot of layers without adding any foam adhesive. What else can we talk about? I love using tags with ribbon. I love tying different texture of ribbon on the album. That is another way of adding texture to your mini album, just as something different, not just paper and stickers. Make it unique. And also beads, or sometimes even mixed media. If you are into mixed media, that's another fun way of making your mini album really special for you, and just adding your own personality to it. That is what works. Okay, just by adding those little special touches. Okay, what else? So we are here. I wanted to tell you for this mini album what I've realized after I finished the folio. On the last page, I realized that that packet was pretty large, and you see that blue paper that I have to the right. I should not have matted that backing yet. I should have waited for the packet, because the packet takes up the entire back page. So you can use that same blue paper to mat the envelope, and you can mat the envelope before you adhere it close together. Make sure that the envelope is scored and creased properly. I also made that mistake here in when I was folding the envelope for the back. I didn't crease the bottom and the top of that envelope properly, but I did fix my problem. I didn't give up or put the paper in the trash. Okay, so here I am working with those waterfall pages. This kit comes with 5 waterfall pages, and I added double-sided adhesive to this core part, which is 1/2 inch, and you will be adhering them one after the other. Okay, so those will just repeat one after the other, and that's where you can add more photos. And then remember that 3x6 piece that we did, that's for the waterfall feature. That's where we're gonna add to keep it close. Okay, so another tip here, if you're just watching before you get your one ready, is if you do not have a magnet, and if you do have ribbon, I would recommend for you to add the ribbon underneath the pattern paper, the first layer that we created, leaving for it to come out through the top and bottom, so you can put it out, pull it up and out of that area and create a bow or some type of closure with a ribbon. So the next step was to complete that other page. That one has a large pocket, and that one can hold so many photos too, guys. This mini album has about 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6 pockets, and they're all different. The depth is different for each, and they just keep getting bigger, to be honest. They get smaller, they go small to big. You can find any size pocket in this mini album. And I kept the embellishments pretty mild. Usually I love layering and layering and layering. But I left it pretty clean just to see what I'm doing with it. And I will also add an extra page to decorate with some acrylic embellishments. And that's just extra space for photos and memories. All right, so this is the other packet that I was creating. And remember, guys, if you have any questions, or if you want to say hi, leave me something in the comments. I love when you guys stop by and you guys interact with me through the comments, or if you also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel and share more of the process of the things that I create. If it's through creating a mini album, a layout, just creating releases for my Etsy shop, sharing hauls from a Cherry on Top and other companies. Cherry on Top has pretty much everything you ever see me sharing here. All those beautiful collections and paints and sprays, they got it, okay? And if you don't find it, reach out to them. I'm sure they will work on something to get you whatever you need. That's what I like the most about a Cherry on Top, guys, to be honest with you. I'm coming from a small business. My one is a small business. To me, that is a large business, a big business. Is that they're family owned, and it's brothers and sisters working hard to carry out their mothers. Their mother started this, so that really, 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 it has a special place in my heart. It just holds a special place in my heart because that mom started this business, and the kids continue with it, sharing what they love and ensuring that all of us have some type of creativity. And creativity is very important in this world at this time. I think being creative, no matter what you do, it's very special. I love creating. It takes me away from stress. It just makes me, it makes me incredibly happy. I love documenting, even if it's just creating something that I don't share, like little projects with me and Savannah, or just little things around the house. Just no matter which way you're creative, it is always fun and it is good for you. All right. I think I'm just rambling now, but this is what happens when you get me talking. All right. So, yeah, guys. So I'm just continue matting the project. You see here that I matted the page, the flip page, before I added that triangle pocket. And I love the triangle pockets. Those are fun. I don't think I usually add triangle pockets to my projects. So for the pockets and the pages, I'm usually adding double-sided adhesive to those. And then I add a little extra liquid glue just to reinforce that hold, since when we start adding all the embellishments and the photos and the memorabilia, the album on the pages starts getting heavier and heavier. So we want to ensure that those things, the pages, the pockets, everything is holding properly, so you don't have to worry about nothing tearing. All right, so you see here, this was not part of the mini album with the instructions, assembly instructions, part of the folio. This is just my little twist to make it a little more personable, like more, my way, more unique, my style. I added an extra flip page, and right there, I will add a magnet to keep it closed. And once again, if you don't have any magnets, use ribbon to keep that closed. Add it underneath before you adhere that paper onto your album, okay? And here, because I didn't mat that pocket, I am just slipping the paper in, and it still turned out really nice. Because for some parts I did forget to mat the white papers, but I figured it out. When you want something to work, you try. So I was trying to ensure that everything looked nice, and it leaves a nice border all around once again. And we are coming to the end of putting this mini album together. I did not show you guys how I embellish this mini album, because like I said, we all add embellishments in different places. Sometimes I look at my own videos and I go, oh, I should have added something here or there, or remove that from there. Hey guys, so I am back with the complete mini album. I covered the outside of it. I added some ribbon, and I embellished the front. This is remember when play all day. I just put remember when play all day. Just put a little ice cream truck in the summer, and then I added other few little stickers, um, so on. Just completed, and I added just a ribbon on the outside cover. Since this is extra long, I'm just adding enough for it when it's folded like this. Okay. Inside here, I use those little 2x2 cards. So you will need a piece of cardstock that is 4x2, score at 2 inches, and then you can add 2x2 photos here. Okay. Or if you want to add little notes about what's going on, here I added a matting. Remember that this is a pocket, so hot, with a little road trip, and then other little stickers here. And when you open this up, remember that I added a little flip page. So I added some white cardstock, just put summer break, and then under summer I put barefoot and free. Under break I put sunny days ahead, and then you can add your photo here. And then I had to add this little sticker here. I cannot wait to add photos to this little album. In this pocket, I added some of the 4x6 cards. You can always add photos in the back, photo right here, journaling, and then just little points of what you did over that trip or the vacation, summertime. The pockets here, those are empty, but you can always add photos, add tags, any little embellishment that you create when you open this across. Here I added a bicycle with play all day, and this is the sticker from the sticker sheet. I added this little Polaroid camera right here, and I matted everything, you see. And then I just matted the front of it, because if you add your photos here, and of course you can add your photos here on the outside, you can do whatever you want. The options are just, even here on the last page, you can add a photo underneath this mat here. And this can hold so much, guys. And as you can see, I kept it light on the embellishments, because I'm not really sure like where I'm adding anything at this time. You can add a photo here. You turn this into a pocket. But when I matted this paper, I used my 1.5 circle punch to create this little hole here. So when you start adding all your little things that you get over the time, it is easier for you to grab and see and so on. So this is a deep pocket, okay? And for the pocket back here, a lot can be held in here. It's a pretty big pocket. I matted it in and out, and I added a little sticker here and a magnet to keep it closed. If you want to add some type of cutesy sticker here, you can also do that. For now, I'm not sure, but I will add something here. Maybe like a little circle with something here. I'm not sure. Oh, that looks good. And a little sticker there. And then the outside was also matted. The good thing about this here, you can also add a large photo. Okay, you can add a large photo here, because when this is closed, it's pretty much part of the album, you see. And then to keep it together and close, I just tied a bow with some ribbon. So this is a fun way to create a mini album without you really creating the base. You just have to get one of these folios and get creative. It is really simple, it is easy, and I hope you get to try it out. Let me know what you guys think about this project. Leave your comments in the description or in the bottom box below. And I am so happy you're here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I love it when you guys subscribe. And make sure you say hi. I love when you say hi. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.